What if I told you that everything you've been taught about a woman's body, from her chest size to her mood swings to what her touch means, is almost completely wrong? And one belief in particular, the one about chest size and desire, has been quietly damaging relationships for decades. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand something about women that most men never figure out in their entire lives. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, this is the place where we break down the real psychology behind female behavior, not assumptions, not locker room talk, actual research. If that sounds like something you need, hit subscribe right now because we go deep every single week. And if you've got a question about something we cover today, drop it in the comments. I read every single one and I reply to as many as I can. Today we're covering 7 psychological facts about a woman's body. Some of these will surprise you. One of them, the last one, is going to completely flip a belief that almost every man carries around without even questioning it. So don't skip ahead. The ending changes how you see everything before it. Fact number 1. Women encode emotional memories more deeply than men do, on average. This isn't a stereotype, it's backed by neuroscience. Research on emotional memory has found that the amygdala, the brain's emotional processing center, tends to show stronger connectivity with memory storage regions in women than in men. That means an emotional event doesn't just get remembered, it gets filed in detail, ready to resurface. So when she brings up something from 2 years ago in the middle of an argument, she's not keeping score out of spite. Psychologist John Gottman, who spent decades studying couples, found that unresolved emotional moments don't disappear. They get stored, and they resurface whenever something similar happens again. Loop 2 opens. I'll come back to why that actually matters for how you argue with her in a few minutes. Quick question for you. Drop it in the comments. Has a woman ever brought up something from way in the past during an argument, and you had no idea she even remembered it? Let me know below. Fact number 2. The lower back is one of the most psychologically loaded places you can touch. Research on interpersonal touch by psychologist Matthew Hertenstein has shown that touch communicates distinct emotions, even without words. And that touch in a protective, guiding way, like a hand on the lower back while walking through a crowd, reliably signals reassurance and care. Here's the key nuance though, and this is where a lot of guys get it backwards. The touch works because trust already exists, not the other way around. If there's no established comfort, that same gesture can feel intrusive instead of protective. Loop 3 opens. So the real skill isn't the touch itself. It's reading whether the relationship has earned it yet. We'll unpack exactly how to read that in a minute. How do you know if she's comfortable enough for that kind of touch to land well? Watch for consistency. Does she lean toward you, mirror your posture, initiate contact herself? That's the read. If she's stiff or pulls away, that's your answer too, and the respectful move is to back off, not push through. This connects to fact number 3. Psychological safety is the single biggest predictor of sexual satisfaction for women. Research by sex therapist Emily Nagoski, building on decades of clinical work, found that context, feeling safe, unhurried, and unjudged, matters more for female arousal than technique does. Stress, anxiety, and distraction physically inhibit the body's ability to respond, regardless of what a partner is doing. So intimacy isn't something you can rush past an anxious or distracted mind. It has to be built on the emotional environment first. Fact number 4. Hormonal fluctuation is real, and it's not a character flaw. Estrogen and progesterone shift across the menstrual cycle in ways that measurably affect mood, energy, and stress sensitivity. This is documented mainstream endocrinology, not an excuse, just biology. Here's the mistake a lot of men make. They take a hormonally driven, irritable mood personally, get defensive, and turn a passing biological low point into a full relationship conflict. Relationship researcher Sue Johnson, who developed emotionally focused therapy, found that partners who stay emotionally steady during a partner's difficult moments build far more long-term trust than partners who react defensively. Loop 4 pays off. That's why her mood isn't a referendum on you. Staying calm during it is what actually builds the relationship. If you're learning something here, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more guys who need to hear it. And if you know someone who could use this, send it to them. Fact number 5. Body image is directly tied to a woman's confidence and her capacity for sexual openness. Psychologist Brené Brown's research on shame and vulnerability shows that people can't fully open up, emotionally or physically, while carrying active shame about themselves. Casual comments about a woman's body, even ones meant as jokes, tend to reinforce messages she's likely already absorbed from media and past relationships for years. The fix isn't complimenting her appearance more. It's making it clear, through consistent behavior, that your interest in her isn't conditional on her looks. Fact number 6. And this solves a confusion a lot of men have. Physical comfort and romantic interest are not the same signal. A woman can hug you, hold your arm, or be physically warm with you and still see you strictly as a friend. Psychologist Monica Moore's research on courtship signaling found that romantic interest shows up in patterns, consistent, escalating, differentiated behavior toward one specific person, not in isolated moments of touch. The way to tell the difference isn't to interpret any single gesture. It's to compare how she treats you against how she treats everyone else in her life. And now, the belief I promised would flip everything. A lot of men have absorbed the idea that chest size says something about a woman's sexual desire, her confidence, or her personality. Bigger means one thing, smaller means another. Here's the truth. There is no scientific research anywhere that links breast size to libido, arousal, or desire. 0. Sexologist Meston and Buss's large-scale research into female sexual motivation identified dozens of distinct psychological reasons women engage in sex, none of which had anything to do with anatomy. Desire is shaped by personality, past experience, emotional safety, and connection with a specific partner, not by body measurements. This belief isn't just wrong, it's actively damaging. It puts pressure on women to feel inadequate over something they can't control, and it gives men a completely false framework for understanding female sexuality. So if you've ever caught yourself thinking that way, this is your sign to drop it completely. So here's what we covered today. She remembers emotionally charged moments in vivid detail. Touch on the back builds on trust that already exists. Psychological safety, not technique, drives intimacy. Hormones shift her mood. And staying steady is your job, not taking it personally. Body image shapes her confidence more than compliments do. Comfort and romantic interest are different signals. And chest size has nothing to do with desire. If this video actually changed how you think about something, let me know in the comments which fact hit you the hardest. Subscribe if you want more of this every week, share it with someone who needs it, and if you want to support the channel directly, the super thanks button is right there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Stay grounded.